Hey guys, good morning. It's Megan. So today we're going to be talking about creating a morning routine. This is something that I get asked about a lot. And I love to share this part because I feel like anything can be learned, right? Anything can be taught. It's just like with our health and our fitness. It's just something that you have to gain a better understanding about and then just decide to get started with it. And it's not going to come easy probably at first. It's going to take, creating that habit, maybe changing some routines in your life to accommodate, but it's totally doable. So I can remember way back when I was a business owner and we were running I was working full-time running our business. I was in charge of the day-to-day operations. I was in charge of sales, customer relations. Like, it was kind of a big undertaking. And in addition to that, I was a mom. So the kids were in daycare during the daytime. I always talk about this being my previous life. I was at the time, when I started to get up to do my workout before I would go to work, just because that was the only slot that fit for us at the time. Now, don't get me wrong. Before kids, I was not a morning person. I was going to the gym and trying to take classes after work at night. And then when kids came along, life just changes that. So the only slot for me to get my workouts in were before work at the crack of dawn. So I actually remember sitting there one morning, and who would have realized this would sort of catapult it all, sitting and doing my cool down and thinking, how amazing would it be to start the day on your own time and get up and get in your workout at your leisure and take your time going through those things that you want to do in your day, like reading and meditation and all of those kinds of things that we sort of dream about having when we have a really busy, rushed life, And to think about how far I've come now is it really just makes me so happy. Oftentimes we think about what our success is. And I think for me, those little things are what make me feel really successful. I've come so far. I can't even imagine going back to that life where it was this rat race on this hamster wheel. I made a conscious decision to choose to have something different for us, But when I think back at that time in my life, how important it would have been to have a morning routine that consisted of other things to help me to get to those things that I wanted quicker. And that's sort of where I wanted to sort of marry this, right? We talk about having a morning routine, but I also feel like it's really important to have the quality of time and being focused for that time frame, because you can do random things, but if you don't have some sort of, a goal in mind or a plan, if you will, for that sort of morning ritual, if you will, then you're going to sort of feel lost still too. I think that having this routine and this habit in place helps me to reach other new goals that I have now that I am in a different place in my life and have my network marketing business and coaching and leading a team of other people just have come so far in that sort of realm. So I want to share with you guys how easy it can be. And I'm also I didn't create this and make this up. This all stemmed from a book that I read called The Miracle Morning. So that could be something that you have heard of before, which is really cool right now is there's several additions to it. So even if you're not a business owner, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, maybe you're a writer, maybe you're something else in your capacity of your life, but you can read the different variations that they have now too. I always recommend starting off with the first book of The Miracle Morning because it's going to lay out what the routine looks like and talk to you about how it will work for you. And then it will also help you to gradually step into a morning routine instead of just jumping right into it, which sounds really scary. It will show you how to gradually create the routine and build onto it. Okay. And then you can read the variation, they have Miracle Morning for entrepreneurs, Miracle Morning for writers, Miracle Morning for salespeople, and Miracle Morning for parents and families. And so I think it's really awesome to start with that foundation and then figure out how it's going to work for you. And the idea is you create it for you and your dynamic, right? So it's not like forced routines on you that you think are weird or you don't have any interest in. It's what's going to work best for you. So I was going to share with you guys what the Miracle Morning consists of quickly, and then kind of tell you a little bit about how I use it. But again, I highly recommend reading the book because it's going to walk you through step by step on what it all means and why, and the purpose, and how much more fulfilled you'll feel. And if you've got goals and things that you want to do in your life, no matter how busy you are, no matter how stuck in your job you might feel, this is something that can really help you to sort of step away from that and realize the possibilities that are there for you, the opportunity for change if you so desire, whether it's change within your current job or your current situation, or you're looking to just make a total career change like I did and go in another direction. This is something that can really help you to focus on that kind of stuff, okay? This could also be applied to just like general health and fitness, or general just life changes, right? Like, you want to get better at certain things. It doesn't have to do anything with your job or your career, right? This could just be to better you, right? To be a better version of you. And that's something that we always talk about. Okay, so when you read the Miracle Morning, they talk about the basic life savers. And it's an acronym, SAVERS, and what they stand for. So, and you don't have to do these in any particular order. I don't always go in order, but always making sure I get each one of them in. So the first one is S for savers. S is for silence. And what that basically means is you start off with meditation. You start off with total quiet. Now, the first time I decided to follow this like exactly to a T, it was kind of really cool to sit in silence and just not think of anything. And the other thing I tried to do, and so it's trial and error, was I downloaded a meditation app. I had never done meditation before, but I was in a place where I'm feeling like if things aren't working for me, then I need to try something different and new. Okay, so I decided I'm going to try it. I'm going to, as foofy and weird as I think meditation is, I'm going to try it and force myself to do it. And it was actually pretty cool. I only lasted like a couple of minutes, and that's okay. You don't have to do it for hours and hours. Like, I give myself an hour in the morning to do my savers, but you could just do it all in 10 minutes, honestly. Okay, so silence, meditation. I ultimately decided I'm going to spend my first part with prayer and devotion. So I have a few different devotionals that I do, and then I sit in prayer, and then I move on to the next thing, which is A, stands for affirmations. And so these can be things that you're working on to being better, right? Whether it's goals or things you're telling yourself that you believe in yourself, things that you need to get better at, positive ways that you're reinforcing the things in your life that are, getting better with in your life, okay? So affirmations can be anywhere. They give you examples in the book, which are great because sometimes it's hard to think up your own. You can also go on Pinterest and Google daily affirmations. And then like if it's business affirmations or it's mommy affirmations or whatever, right? The next one is V, stands for visualization. So I actually have a list of 10 goals that I write out every single day. Now, you could do a vision board, or you could talk about what your life looks like in 5 years, and you could write that all out. My life is doing this, and I'm this kind of a mom, and my job looks like this, and this is my vision for our future and our goals and everything. Maybe it's a year out, or it's 5 years out, or whatever. I have a list of 10 goals that I write down. Some goals are ones that I'm going to accomplish in the next couple of weeks, and some goals are things that I'm going to accomplish in the next couple of years. Things that I want to do with my family, things that I want to do with my business and my team. And so that's where I kind of look into my visualization there. We definitely have some really long-term goals that are great, but I just read those over to myself. I rewrite them every single day, because the ones that are going to change every couple of weeks for me will change, like going forward. I'll rewrite 10 more new ones, and fill in the blanks, get rid of the ones that I don't need anymore and create some new ones, okay? And E stands for exercise, which is obvious. I'll finish usually my lifesaver routine and finish with the workout part. That's just getting in some movement, and that's different for everybody. R is read, personal development. So I usually have something happening on my Kindle. Right now I'm reading A Tribe Called Bliss, which is a really, really awesome book about creating and finding your tribe of people that you connect with and that sort of thing. But personal development, reading has to do with what you need at that moment. So it could be a business thing, it could be a personal thing, it could be a family thing, like whatever is going to work for you in that moment. Like what is it you're needing? Self-confidence, self-esteem, parenting, like whatever, right? It has to do with something that you're needing in that season of life. If you need suggestions, I have tons of them, but it's a good place to start. There's finding something for yourself. And then the last one, S, stands for scribe, and it basically just means a fancy way of saying journaling. So journaling your thoughts. I can't say enough about how therapeutic it can be to just brain dump, like your day, what you're doing, what you're thinking. It's only going to help you to become that best version of yourself once you start like figuring out what it is that is going on with you. And I think just helping you in general not feel so on the rat race, you know what I mean? Because you tend to just keep all that stuff in your head, and you start to feel really overwhelmed and bogged down by a lot of those feelings. So once you can sort of daily get that out there and have it be out of you, I think you're just going to overall feel so much better too. So that is how you kind of start your little morning routine. I'm going to really highly suggest to go grab the book, the Morning Miracle Morning, and get started there, because it's step by step walk you through. It's a really easy read. It's really short, and we can come back together and talk about it after if you have questions. Or you need help finding a good personal development book for something that you're going through right now. But yeah, guys, start there. It's really super awesome. And then again, once you create this habit for yourself, I'm going to tell you, you're going to feel amazing. Like on the weekends when our routine is a little bit different, I sometimes feel just so much less, accomplished, because I have not gotten up really early, or I only got part of my routine in. And so I feel sometimes really just like it's a setback almost. So, over time you'll create this awesome habit for yourself, and then you'll start to feel really, really more accomplished and fulfilled in your day as you get better and better at your routine. And it will change over time too, which is okay. So I hope that was helpful. I know it was a little bit long-winded today, but I really wanted to go through what that routine looked like. But I really highly suggest you grabbing that book and starting with The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, and then come back to me and let me know how it went. I would love to know how it changed for you over the course of trying it out for 30 days. All right, guys, have an awesome day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.